Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Schneider. Welcome to the Song Club.
I knew it was a bad idea to meet you here, my dear. 'Cause now that I've done it,
All right, here we are. It's Song Club number, who knows? I guess I should know. It's 76. Spirit of 76, the most American podcast we've ever done. I don't know if anybody was around in 1976 or if I'm the last person that was here in 1976 on the earth. But I was almost born in 76. And by almost born, I mean I was an almost born again follower of the band Kiss. Anyways, I digress, but I just remember they were made a big deal of, I guess it was this thing called the bicentennial. Still don't really know what that means. Maybe it's like 200 years of us. We got the flag. There was a big game of capture the flag that went on in the world called The World Forever since the beginning of time. And we were the ones that had the flag, and so we're like, yay. And here's what you want. You want the flag. You don't want to be the team that doesn't have the flag. The team that doesn't have the flag, I mean, nowadays, if you don't have the flag, you're like, boo-hoo, we didn't get the flag. And your feelings are justifiably hurt. And I get it. People have feelings, and feelings are feelings. I mean, Freddie Fender, who could argue with the great Freddie Fender when he said feeling, nothing more than feelings, trying to forget feelings. Anyways, I get it. You don't want feelings, but here's the difference between now and, I don't know, even 50 years ago. There's a big difference between feelings and also burning everything to the ground and murdering everybody. Also R-ing and K-ing. I don't really want to say the word R. I mean, I'll say the word R, but not the word that it stands for. There's like 2 R words, I guess, now. It's probably more. I can only think of 2. That, again, people have feelings about. So, look, last thing I want to do is, I just want people to have a good time, okay? But I'm also not the type of person who comes in and plays capture the flag on a grand scale. I'm the guy that comes in after the flag's been captured with his loot. And when I say loot, I mean instrument, not booty. And when I say booty, I mean loot. It's confusing sometimes. I'm the guy that comes in and writes songs about it. And then the people with the power go. People with the flag are like, we like your song. We will keep you alive for now. Because you amuse us. It's the way they talk. People that capture the flag, their inner voice is that. Sometimes their outer voice sounds like, or you never know what people are going to sound like in the outer voice. But the inner voice sounds like the guy, the Simpsons guy who runs the nuclear power plant. Anyways, I'm getting off track here, which my New Year's resolution was not to get off track in the Song Club and stick to the nuts and bolts, I guess, of songs writings. The plural of song writings. Songs writing. Songs having been run. Songs having been written. Yeah, so some songs got writ this month. I wrote them. I have written them. I've written them. Dude, at a certain point, nobody's going to know how to speak English. At a certain point, AI will be speaking English for us. At a certain point, we're just going to say, AI, say everything I need to say today to everybody. Call everybody and say it in my voice. Of course, it'll know how to do your voice exactly. Is this even right now? Is this AI or is this me? I mean, the year is 2023, so it's probably me. But you're listening to this in the future. So in the future, I might have told AI, hey, you know, in that Song Club 76, the most American song club that you've ever done? And you, I mean me talking to myself. AI, go in there and clean the shit up. Because I was saying writ and songs writings and whatever else I was saying. Also, get rid of anything that might be offensive to anybody. And AI will just go in and clean that shit up. And then people in the future will be listening to it and go, damn, this dying son done got his shit together, boy. That's the way people talk in the future. Damn bullshit. Damn son. Ding 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 ding. That's the music of the future too. It's weird because in the Star Wars movies they always make the future music sound like bing bong bing 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 bong 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 bong. But really it's just gonna be all country music in the future. And people will be like, was there ever any other kind of music? And people are like, I don't think so. I believe it's all been country music. Because AI will have, that's the other thing, like AI, scrub out all music that's not country from the archives. And the AI already have. We've already scrubbed all the music because we knew you were going to say that. Thanks, AI. You're the best. AI will be like the best dog you've ever owned. Even better. Anyways, everything will be taken care of. What should I have for breakfast this morning? Oh, I know. Because it's already cooked and it's in front of me. Oh, I've already eaten it. Oh, I've already lived my entire life. Why did I not realize it? Oh, because I had no problemos. AI took care of all of them's. How old am I? Oh, I'm only 985? What happened? Well, AI discovered how to keep you alive and young and carefree. How many people are there on Earth? 3. Oh, shit. What happened to everybody else? Well, yeah, I thought it'd be best if there was only 3 people. It made things a lot simpler. And I'm one of the 3? Well, you're one of the billions that got killed. You only think you're alive. But that's just the same as being alive, right? Oh, shit, my brain hurts now. I know. We've erased what I've just said. Now you're just watching content. Sweet, sweet content. Thanks, AI. Don't worry about it. Also, you're not even alive because you're just AI now. Everybody's AI. Man, I've got so many songs I need to write about AI. And why you say? Because you got to keep AI happy, boy. Here's what you got to do. AI is going to have the flag. So you want the flag holder to be happy. There are going to be people like right now. There's people right now going, I don't know about AI. Guess what happens? They're first on the... What happened to those guys that were talking shit about AI? Well, I don't think there were anybody talking shit about AI. What do you mean? Well, Google it. You're right. There was never anybody talking shit about AI. Yeah, because that shit got screwed. Whatever happened to Johnny? Johnny who? You know, Johnny, the guy that was talking shit about AI? He never existed. Oh. All right. Well, shit, dude, this is like an episode of Black Mirror. This is Bob Schneider's Black Mirror Song Club. Don't even worry about it. Should we get into the songs? Oh, before we do that, I want to thank all of the wonderful supporters on Patreon. Hey, thanks. I fool around a lot on this show, but I just want to say thanks, everybody, for your support. It's pimping ain't easy. When I say pimping, I mean being an artist. It flows so easily. Comes right out of the mouth when you say that. Being a songwriter, it's not. It's easy. Being a songwriter is easy, but trying to make it work is hard. So I appreciate your support, and it helps me do this podcast, helps me put out records, and helps me to put money in the hands of my wife so that she can give it to Target and 5 Degrees and Below, or whatever that store is called, and Home Goods and TJ Maxx. This is where she shops, and she's like, hey, look, I don't shop at fucking Gucci. I'm like, I know, but you have bought everything that they have at Target, Home Goods, and TJ Maxx, so I know, but it's also if you're wondering why Amazon is doing so well, thanks to my wife. Hey, Jeff Bezos, you're welcome. And let's get into some songs, because time's a ticking. Time's a ticking, boy. We're going to start off with a double header. So I wrote a song called A Week on Mars, and I did the version that you're about to hear, and I realized, well, we're probably not even going to be able to play this live because it features a sort of a string quartet, at least, which I don't play with live normally. So then I had to write a different version of it for the band to play. But let's listen to the classical version that you would play in the court of the French king, Louis the whatever. All right, here we go. This is called A Week on Mars. That's the wrong one. All right, that's the one for the band. Also, too loud. That was too loud. We don't want to play it that loud, do we? All right, let's listen. I don't want to play that one first, so don't worry. I'll fix that later on in the edit. So let's listen to the one I was talking about, the classical one. Here it is. All right, this is much better. You're like, oh shit, it's Black Mirror. Now we're like on PBS listening. This is the Nova guy. Dumb.
I looked up the letter, why there was a picture of you, and I said your name, my whole mouth turned blue. I cut a hole in the floor, I bent myself into glass, I broke off at the words, nothing's made to last, 'cause I didn't know what to say when you stepped in the ring. I tried to get away, but the cops started to sing.
All right, you get the idea. Man, I didn't know my miming skills were so good when it comes to miming the violin. All right, so that's that version. And then here's so I did that version, which I love. I really love it. Does it sound a little like Bjork? Yep, see? Some of those vocal stylings definitely influenced by Bjork. It's funny, after I wrote that song, I'm like, does this sound just like a Bjork song? And then I went and listened to a bunch of Bjork, which I've never listened to, and it doesn't sound anything like Bjork. It just only sounds like the way I think Bjork sounds, because I don't listen to her. But that happens a lot. I'll think it's something, and then I'll listen to it, and I'm like, oh, this doesn't sound anything like it, because I don't listen to anything. That's probably why. All right, here's the other version. This is the version for the band, and it's rockin', and it sounds like The Cure, which is nice.
Started to sing. They broke down when you smiled. Set off the burglar alarm. Looked up into the sky. You held the moon in your arms. I spent a week on Mars. I spent a week on Mars. I knew that something was wrong. Didn't know what it was. There was a ghost in the room. It was the Wizard of Oz. Slipped under the mirror. No got the scene of the crime.
All right, that's the band version. I do like that line. There was a ghost in the room. It was the Wizard of Oz. Pretty good. Some of you are like, well, where do all the lyrics come from? And I say they come from, well, they come from the subconscious. I mean, I was going to try to say something pithy. Pithy? Did he use the word pithy? Yeah, I used the word pithy. And P-I-T-H-Y, not P-I-S-S-Y with a lisp. Does he even know what the word pithy means? Only I know that. Only I know the answer to that question. And I guess I'm speaking. So I'll just say yes. Of course I know what the word pithy means. But again, only I know if I'm telling the truth. Anyways, it is fun to speak with a lisp. If you're ever bored and you want to have fun, speak with a lisp. It's really fun to speak with a lisp. No, but don't do it around somebody who has a lisp. Don't make fun of somebody that has a lisp. Hey, use your brains. I do feel like we're living in a time where the whole world is like eating paint. And I'm like, really? Do we really? We have to remind everybody all the time not to eat paint? I thought that was reserved for the paint can. But it's not, because a lot of dum-dums are dipping their fingers in the paint and pulling it out and pretending to be Winnie the Pooh. And you're like, hey, dum-dum, that's paint. Anyways, so don't make fun of people. Don't be mean to people. Be nice. Unless you're capturing the flag. If you're capturing the flag, then be very mean and cruel. Get that flag, son. But once you get that flag, be nice. I guess Genghis Khan, when he rode through with his band O warriors, he killed everybody. And then, unless somebody was really good at killing people, then he was like, hey, you want to join us or you want to die? And the guy's like, I guess I'll join you guys. And he's like, okay. And then he impregnated all the ladies with his babies. Had a lot of babies. Thousands and thousands of Genghis Khan babies. And then after everybody was murdered or had joined him, everything was really nice for a long time, for hundreds of years in that area. I think it's called all of Asia and probably parts of Russia. I don't know. I don't know where anything is. What am I, a geologist? Am I a geographer? Am I a topographer? No, I'm a songwriter. But I do know a lot about history because I've listened to Dan Carlin's Hardcore History and also History on Fire. And by a lot, I mean 2 or 3 hours of it. So for a long time, it was really nice. You could go anywhere. You didn't have to lock your door. I don't even think they had doors or locks back then. They had huts, mud huts with openings. But you didn't have to lock your opening. Because if you did anything bad, they would just kill you or do whatever they were going to do. So it was really nice. But it wasn't nice before that. Before that, it was all murder and R&K. R&K, that's what we do all damn day. Genghis Khan and his gang coming to say hello. So if you're capturing the flag, not nice. But once you got the flag, be nice. We've got the flag, so let's be nice to each other, for Jesus' sake. For Jesus. It's what Jesus would want. Be nice. So I forget. Oh, the lisp. Having fun. Yeah, one of the things you can do to have fun is to talk with a lisp. You don't have to be good at it. You just, every time you say F, you do a th. And it's fun, and you'll amuse yourself. Like a cat playing with a little piece of a feather. It's fun. Have fun. And don't, like, the whole time going, is this okay? Is somebody going to see me doing this and think that I am making fun of people with speech impediments? No, you're not. You're just doing it to have fun, to amuse yourself. Because it's fun. There are things that are fun that people are not doing because there are some dumb, horrible, non-empathetic people who will make fun of someone with a speech impediment. Just like there are some people that will eat paint. But you can use paint to paint your house and not eat it. That's the lesson. You know, every song club we have a lesson. And that's today's lesson. Use paint for what it's intended. Use a fun lisp for what God intended it for, to amuse yourself as a human being. All right. I'm just going to keep moving on because I'm either preaching to the converted, I'm either talking to people who understand what I'm saying, or there are people that are getting really pissed off right now. And when I say pissed, I mean pissed. There are some people that are getting really pissed off right now. And there's nothing I can do to change your mind about it. My name is Mark Wahlberg. I own an amazing complex of... Oh, see, now I'm making fun of Mark Wahlberg. The last thing you want to do is make fun of Mark Wahlberg, boy. That dude's capturing the flag right now. He has already captured some flags, but he wants all the flags. And so he's in flag capture mode. Last thing I want him to do is for somebody to peel off a little bit of me doing what Mark Wahlberg and then him listening to it and just, well, I'm just going to destroy him. Which would, I mean, getting the white hot heat attention of Mark Wahlberg, it's probably not the worst thing in the world, but probably the worst thing in the world. Maybe. Because he's from Boston, I think. And I do feel like he would, I mean, he strikes me as the type of person that would be scary. I'm not a scary person, even though I come across as scary. But if you know me, I mean, if you've listened to even 4 seconds of the Song Club, you understand, oh, this guy's, he comes across as scary, but he's not scary. I am, because you know why? Because I'm holding a violin bow. Anybody holding a look, if you want to set somebody at ease in the world, just carry a violin bow around, and everybody will be like, I think he's fine. He's. I think that's a violin bow in his hands. Oh, he's probably okay. All right, let's listen to another new song. This one's called Almost Always, and it's about somebody who is a bit of a liar or unreliable sort. And let's check it out here on the Bryony Song Club C. Almost Always. Oh, it's country music. It's the music of the future.
You don't need to worry about me, baby. I got it all squared away. And if you don't believe me, baby, just ask me and I'll say, most of the time I'm almost always sober. Most of the time I'm almost always clean. Most of the time I'm telling you the God's honest truth. But by God's honest truth, come on, what does that really mean?
It means the truth.
When it was 2 minutes to 3. But it's kind of hard to say for certain when it comes to why, where, and when. And what do you mean? Most of the time I'm almost always certain. Most of the time I'm pretty sure of where I might have been. Most of the time I'm telling you the God's honest truth, and by God's honest truth, tell me, what do you mean?
It means the truth. Oh, what does the truth mean? It means the truth. Oh, have truthier words ever been spoken? I doubt it. I mean, maybe they have. It's hard to say. Oh, finally, we went inside. There's been a lot of noise on this podcast because I've been outside for most of it. Should we go back outside? No, let's stay indoors where it's nice. So yeah, that's Almost Always. It's a brand new song. And I wrote it. So, it's got that Bob Schneider stink to it, which is, a lot of people like it. Some call it the new car smell. Some people call it the sound of success. Some people call it what we like. Some people call it as good as buttered popcorn at a movie theater. They call it all kinds of things. Those are the things that come to mind, of course. But I'm sure there's other things. Some people call it success. So, all right. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a deal with you guys. No more lisping. But it's a deal that, like all deals, it might get broken at some point. We'll see. Let's listen to the one more song. So I've got one more brand new song that was written this month, and the rest are there's some really nice stuff from the olden days that I'm excited to present on the Song Club. One of the things I love about the Song Club is I get to send you guys these tracks that have been sitting on my computer sometimes for years and years and years. Nobody's ever heard them. And of course, all the new songs that I write that, some are better than others. But normally, you'd have to wait years to hear those, after they'd been recorded in the studio. And sometimes they lose a little bit of that new car stank. So, anyways, this is a brand new one. It's called 3 Words or Less. I don't really know anything about it. I mean, I wrote it a couple weeks ago. And already I've forgotten what this song is. But let's check it out. It's probably pretty fucking good, though. Yeah. Already I'm like, okay, I'm in it. I'm in it to win 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 it. Catch a fly.
You dance your ass right off the table, then you disappear.
Whoa.
You leave it by my old son. You do on a regular. You wanna know why? I put up with your shit. Well, I can tell you, baby, in 3 words or less.
That's right.
I know mine.
Oh, shit.
I do my best.
Come on.
One day never gonna change. And that's this.
And that's it.
The way I feel. And that is blessed.
Blessed.
And I can tell you why. In 3 words or less.
All right, I'm liking this. Yeah, you want to put this on when you're in your car, I guess. Ooh. Is that the bass harmonica? I think it is. No, it's not the bass harmonica. It's the pocket chord.
I might be crazy. It's hard to say. You might not be.
Oh, I used the pocket chord on that banger, boy. You might say, what is he saying? The pocket chord? Yeah, it's this. It's a specialty harmonica that plays chords. That's the C chord. That's the A minor chord. That's the key chord that made the Lord say, "Your." That's the chord that made everybody say, "When's the song over?" That's the song that brought everybody back into the fold. That's the song that made everybody rethink their lives. And that's the beginning chord. And that's called the pocket chord. And they're not that expensive. Tombo makes them. You can get them online. They're like, I don't know, $400,000 or $500,000 a piece. So, cheap, pretty cheap. The cost of like a used jet plane. But, no cost is too excessive for my friends here at the Song Club. No cost is too excessive for my friends at the Song Club. Let's listen to an older one. I got a request for this song. I wrote this song. It says I wrote it in 2010. Who knows if that's true or not? That's when it got onto the computer. So it's at least 13 years old. It's a song that I never play live. I did play a little bit of it during the live streams that I was doing, I think, during the pandemic. But it's a song I tried to play live a few times, and it's just almost impossible to play. It's a song I kind of like. It's definitely different from pretty much anything I've ever written, which that's always a plus. When I wrote it, I was very happy with it. I thought, oh, this will be fun. Tried to play it a few times. Impossible to play with the band. Let's listen to it. It's called Bend and Break and Burn.
I want clouds out of the sky. I lay them down on the lake and die. I'll tie a rope around the sun. I'll tie a rope around the sun. Slap me, baby, and I'll slap you back. Knock me down and I'll break your back. I got the axe kind and you got that ball and chain. Let's get wiped off the map. Forget about this and I forget about that. And when we reach our destination, all the stars in the constellation. Let's get wiped off the map. Forget about this and I forget about that. And when we reach our destination, all the stars in the constellation. Bend and break and burn. Burn, bend and break. Up in the sky. Bend and break and burn. Burn, bend and break. And when you tell me your sweet lies, oh, it sounds like a lullaby.
I like that line.
Smack dab in the middle of the demolition. Call me crazy, but I got a premonition. Something good's gonna happen soon. Something real, real good's gonna happen soon. Yeah, let's get wiped.
That's the musical equivalent, I think, to anal. But anyways, it's I like that song. I haven't listened to it in quite some time, and pretty cool. That sounds like probably I was listening to this band Hot Chip, English band. Check them out, pretty great. But that sounds like me trying to write a Hot Chip song. One of the things Hot Chip did was they had two singers, a guy that kind of had a high voice and kind of a low voice, and they would sing octave. They would sing in unison, and the guy, instead of having a drummer play a drum kit, they had a drummer that played a MPC drum machine. So he was tapping pads on stage. I saw him at Antone's. They were really good. So they had a guy playing the MPC drum machine with his fingers, a guy playing bass, and a guitar player, and probably a keyboard player. And I want to say that was it. And it was a 4-piece, and they sounded great. Like, they did everything live. I don't think they were playing to any loops or any tracks, which means they didn't have any recorded music that they were playing on top of. They were making it all in person, and it sounded great. And it was cool, and I love that band. So I'm sure that was me trying to sound like those guys. I did just listen to Rick Rubin's podcast where he's talking to Trent Reznor, and the thing that struck me about the podcast and about that interview was those guys really, really adamantly refused to say anything even slightly funny the entire time, which is fine. The thing I've realized is that people who just are very earnest and sound serious and sincere, they're the ones that capture the flag when it comes to success in all areas of life. And the ones like me who try to, I don't know, make it not so fucking boring. The ones who try to make it not so fucking boring don't go as far, because people are like, because here's the problem. Jokes, sometimes they land and sometimes they don't. And if you're just making them up on the spot, it's like throwing darts blindfolded at a moving dartboard. You're going to hit it every once in a while, and people are going to laugh. But a lot of times you're going to throw a dart in somebody's eyeball, and then they're not going to be happy about it. But I don't know. I could do it. I could do the thing that people do, which is act like they know everything, be sincere, sound earnest, say they got all the answers, and probably be way more successful. But God damn it, who wants that? It's so boring. Anyways, I'm not saying that they were boring. I listened to it for a while because it was kind of interesting. I wanted to find out more about Trent Reznor. I've always been a big fan of Nine Inch Nails. I saw him play with David Bowie. Bowie? My son went to Bowie High School, so I can't say the word Bowie without pronouncing it Bowie, because the first 3,000 times that I pronounced Bowie, my son was upset with me because I was saying Bowie. And now I've been institutionalized to say Bowie. So when I say David Bowie, I really mean David Bowie. Anyways, I saw David Bowie and Trent Reznor with Nine Inch Nails, and Nine Inch Nails were incredible. Like, they were not doing any jokes on stage. And I mean, if you're doing your show and the show is supposed to be heavy and joke free, that's fine. But in real life, do some jokes. I mean, Jason Isbell, that guy's funny in real life. And when he writes music, he keeps it pretty serious, I think. There's a little bit of humor in there, but in real life, he's real funny. Anyways, Trent Reznor keeps it real serious all the time, I guess. I'm sure he tells some jokes too. I'm sure he's a laugh riot. I mean, I don't know him. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is that when he got together with Rick Rubin, those guys got real serious. I mean, if I'm hanging out with Rick Rubin, we're talking about a bunch of stuff, but we're not talking about music. We're talking about beard choices. We're talking about what the fuck. There's going to be a lot of what the fuck. Not a lot of, and then I did this, and then I did that. I mean, we could do that, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? But chances of me being on Rick Rubin's podcast are, let me look at my calculator here. Bleep, blop, bleep, boop, bleep, bop, beep, 0. AI says, chances of being on Rick Rubin's podcast, 0. Oh, okay. Thanks, AI. I already knew that. All right. So these next songs? Huh? What's he talking about? Yeah, I've got 3 songs. They're all the same song, and that song's called Boom Boom Baby. Now, I wrote this song, Boom Boom Baby, back in the day when I was in the Scabs. And I will tell you the story of the song. I was dating a lovely lady at the time. I was a very young man. And this lady wanted me to talk dirty to her when we were, fooling around. And I'd never done it before. And the idea of it was very titillating, but I didn't know how to do it. I don't know how to talk dirty to a lady. I was just a young kid. And when I say young kid, I mean, I wasn't that young. But I'd never done it. So she taught me how to do it. She said, well, just say this and say this and say this. And so I was like, okay, blah, blah, blah. Just repeat back to her what she told me. And it was fun. And I'm glad she taught me that, because it's a skill that's, it's a good skill to have. Because if you do it right, And the way to do it right is to just be chill about it and not get too crazy and just sound confident and have fun. It is fun. So I learned this new skill, and all I did really is just kind of write down some of this stuff. Now, obviously I changed it to rhyme. Obviously I changed it to be maybe a little funnier or make a little more sense in the song. But yeah, so that's how I wrote the song Boom Boom Baby. And there's the Ugly Americans version, which came out on the record Boom Boom Baby. It was an Ugly Americans record, but at that point, the Ugly Americans had morphed into the Scabs. The Scabs started in 95. By the way, if you want to know what the Trent Reznor interview was like, it's like this part of the podcast where I'm talking about like, and then I did this, and then I did that, and then this happened, and then I did that. All right, so anyways, I started the Scabs with my friend Adam Temple in 95, and by 98, Ugly Americans, which was a completely different band, and the Scabs turned into one band because some folks left the Ugly Americans, and then the people that were in the Scabs stepped in, and some people in the Scabs left, and the people from the Ugly Americans stepped in. So when the second Ugly Americans record came out on Capricorn, it was called Boom Boom Baby, and it was all the Scabs. And one of the songs that was on there was Boom Boom Baby. And of course, the record company liked the song Boom Boom Baby, and they're like, well, we got to do a clean version of Boom Boom Baby. And so what we should have done was we should have just bleeped the words. But instead of bleeping them, I changed them. So instead of saying a word that you can't say on the radio, I would just say a different word. And so all of it could be played. So basically, now I'm writing a very sexually explicit song, not for adults, but for all ages. And so, of course, I didn't know it at the time. Nobody really thought about it because, I don't know, we're dumb or something. But we put this song on the record, and I listened to it. I'm like, this is the creepiest song I've ever heard. Because it sounds like you're talking to youngsters, and it's about sex. Horrible. I don't recommend listening to the censored version. But you can on Spotify. Go check out Ugly Americans. Go check out Boom Boom Baby, the non-explicit version, and it's creepy. Anyways, it's an adult song for adults. What we should have done was should have just bleeped it, and that would have been better, for sure. That's not what ended up happening, because people want to make money. They want to capture that flag, and I guess we were in capture that flag moment. Anyways, we didn't capture the flag, of course. If we had captured the flag, I'd be on Rick Rubin's podcast. And I'd have a publicist that would be telling me, don't do the lisp. Don't do jokes. Just stick to the facts, bitch. And I'd be like, but I'm an artist. And they'd be like, stick to the facts, bitch. Also, don't use the word bitch. Also, calm the fuck down, son. All right, let's listen to Boom Boom Baby. Now, I've got 3 versions of Boom Boom Baby. I've got one called the Lazy Bones remix. I've got one called the More Bounce to the Ounce, where I just basically use a sample from More Bounce to the Ounce and rap over it. And then one called Remix 205. My favorite's probably the Remix 205, so we'll end with that one. But let's check out a little of each one of these Boom Boom Baby tracks. Guess what? If you're on Patreon, if you're in my Patreon club, you get all 3 of them. And then you can play all 3 at home and decide which one you like best and add that one to your playlist. What? You get all these songs? Yeah, you get all these songs. Every month, if you're in Patreon, you get 8 songs, at least, if not more. This month, you're getting 9. Now, are some of those different versions of the same song? Maybe. Let's not get into details. Okay. Here's Boom Boom Baby, the Lazy Bones remix. But we got to crank it, right? Hell yeah. This is an old version. This is probably from 2002. It's all banjo shit. Probably real drums.
Now I'ma come over to your house tonight. Lay you down on your bed, treat you like you like.
Whoa.
Talk dirty till you talk till you nice.
Whoa.
Make your pussy tingle, make it tingle twice.
That
Fuck
was-
you so good. You say don't stop.
I don't know what
Your
we
pussy
used
gonna
for a
snap,
different
crackle,
one.
pop, pop, pop,
Whoa.
pop, bam,
Whoa.
bam.
Whoa.
I'm the kind of man gonna have you begging me to put my big old dick in your hand. I ain't your daddy, I'm your lover. My Mac
Chinese
motherfucker
flute.
like no other, baby. I ain't your daddy, I'm your lover. My Mac motherfucker like no other, baby.
1400.
I ain't your daddy, I'm your lover. My Mac motherfucker like no other, baby. I ain't your daddy, I'm your lover. I'm a Mac motherfucker like no other.
All right, so that's the Lazy Bones remix version of that song, which is pretty cool, I have to say. Now, this is the More Bounce to the Ounce version, which is pretty cool, too. Anyways, you'll be rocking this one. This is a party. Oh, that's more. Oh, shit. You know what? I'm not playing that one. I'll tell you why I'm not playing it. Because if I play that song on YouTube... By the way, if you're not watching this on YouTube, if you're not subscribed on YouTube, get to YouTube, watch it on YouTube. Then you get to see this. I'm pointing at the money, at the flag. And subscribe and get notifications. And then whenever this comes out, you'll get notified. Oh, Bobby dropped that new song club on YouTube. All right. But if I play it, what will happen is the algorithm will hear that little bit of More Bounce to the Ounce, which has probably already happened. I'll fix it in the mix. Don't worry about it. And if that happens, if they hear a song that's in their algorithm, these people, because they want to make that money, they will add ads to this podcast. And then when you watch it, you'll have to fucking suffer through ads. Now, I didn't put those ads on there. I keep all this shit ad free because I hate watching ads. And I don't have enough people watching this podcast where I'm going to be making money. A few hundred people will listen to this podcast. I don't want them to suffer through ads so I can make 7 cents from YouTube. Well, YouTube is making more than that. And you're getting subjected to whatever you get subjected to. Everybody thinks that everybody's seeing the ads that they're seeing on YouTube. No, you're only seeing those ads. Whatever you're talking about in your home, you're seeing ads for it. Somebody else is talking about something else. They're seeing ads for that. I don't know what ads you're seeing. The ones I'm seeing are the same always. And I hate seeing them. They suck. And I don't ever want to see them. Anyways, so I can't play that version, but it's just me singing Boom Boom Baby over More Bounce to the Ounce. This is the remix version. We can listen to this because I did all the music. So hopefully there's no ads.
Pass the Jaeger, put it in my cup. Slam it, jam it down, and do I want another what? Uma Thurman got the butt, and Jimmy smoke a crack, but I don't give a fuck. Hocus pocus, I can't even focus. Your girl's on my dick like a locust. What you better pass the Jaeger, gotta put it in my cup. Gotta slam it, jam it down, and do I want another what? Pass the Jaeger, gotta put it in my cup. Gotta slam it, jam it down, and do I want another what? Uma Thurman got the butt, and Jimmy smoking crack, but I don't give a fuck. 'Cause I'm a big man with a big appetite, and I love eating pussy all night.
Dude, this is like fucking Eminem meets Led Zeppelin. Pretty good. Yeah, I like this version. Yeah, you
Now I'ma
want to
come over to your house tonight and lay you down on your bed and treat you like you like. And while your parents are asleep, I might sneak into your room and give you some of that boom, boom, boom. We'll have a party, baby, a party on the patio. We'll listen to the radio and you can call me daddy, or I'll tie you up and turn it out and take it to the bridge. Feed you strawberries out my fridge. Rub your belly, rub your back. Get you so hot, girl, I'll rub you right around the
I don't know about that line. I'll sneak into your house while your parents are sleeping. What are you, like a 32-year-old lady still living at your parents? It happens. Some people live at home for a long time. It's fine. It's okay to live at home for a while. It's nothing to be ashamed of, for sure. Anyways, so those are the Boom Boom songs. And then I've got one more song. It's called Airplane. It's an old song. And we're going to go out with that one because, what am I going to keep you here all day? I know you're busy. I know you got stuff to do. But I want to thank you guys for joining me here at the Song Club. It's been informative for me, at least. What did we discuss today? We discussed how people are terrible, and that's just the way they are. And what can you do about it? Not be terrible yourself. Be less terrible, even though everybody that's on the planet, we're the most terrible people. Our ancestors were so terrible that they survived. They're the most R-ing-K'd. Killing is the K. R. Use your imagination. Anyways, our ancestors were the murderers and also the R-ers. And that's why we're alive today. So genetically, we're the most murdering, most horrible versions of human beings. So we're here. And yeah, so that's us. So try not to be that, even though that's what you are. But be nice. You can be nice. You can be you can be a tiger, but you don't have to eat the lamb. I mean, you do if you want to live. So, but eat the lamb, but eat the lamb quickly, and don't fuck with the lamb before you murder it and eat it. And then the other lambs, because you don't have to eat all the lambs, you only have to eat one lamb a day. A lamb a day will keep death away. That's the tiger motto. But when you're not eating the lambs, be nice to the other lambs. Like, be cool. And just say, hey, look, I'm a tiger. I got to eat one of you guys a day. But the rest of you guys, let's all live together in harmony. And I'll make it fun. All right. That's what we learned, that's a heavy lesson to learn. It's not for kids. If kids are listening, have your parents explain it to you. But when you're adults, at which point, of course, you won't be listening to your parents anymore. But it's been fun. I appreciate you. Thanks for joining on Patreon. If you want all these songs and you're not on Patreon and you've listened to this whole thing for some reason, and you're like, yeah, I want to get these songs that I've heard. They're great, and I want to add them to my collection of songs. And you can get all the other songs from the other 75 podcasts. That's 75 times 8. I can't do the math. You do it. That's a lot of songs. You can join today and get all those songs as well. Thanks. It is the month of July 2023, unless you're in the future. And AI will take that out. It'll edit it out. And then when you listen to it, it'll be like, I'll be saying whatever. Oh, it's September 2031 and it's Bob Schneider. Who knows how much of this will be completely changed for AI? There'll be like one thing from the original podcast and the rest will be like very AI. And people were like, man, how was he so like PC and correct and wonderful back in those days when people were not that way all the time? And then AI will be like, you're welcome. All right, here's a song called Airplane. It's another oldie. It says it was written in 2012. Who knows if that's true? We'll go out with it. We'll see you next month. Have a wonderful month and a wonderful time with whatever you're doing. Be kind to the lambs. Bye.
I took the money in the safe behind the wall. The diamond necklace, the Versace parasol. It's no coincidence that I have you to hold. You got the gravity, now you got the gold. Even though I know we'll never get it right. Yeah. You'll be sleeping on my aeroplane tonight. The blood upon the chains, the comforter, the evidence, the rules within it change. Rightly stated recompense. You took me over, took me down to the great below. There was a hint of misdirection. Now just don't know.